code. Okay, file permission, that's one.
So it's this right here is really stable. So if you look closely on this graph. This graph change the scale and move to make
So strange.
I really believe
Don't understand why the computer is so slow. All right. I think we're ready. So strange. What's wrong with this computer? Okay, just very slow today. That's annoying. Okay. I'm gonna delete everything. Reconnect.
It's gonna look better, right?
Almost ready. All right. Perfect.
Oops. So black, very white. Oops. The rough is very.
Okay. Okay, now. First. All right. Hello. Maybe AK because you use CPU. I don't know. I'm running Zoom recording and this together. Maybe that might be the cause of slow. Anyhow, if you're ready, let's move. All right. For beginners, pay attention. So we got this so far, right? We got this so far. Now I'm going to make 100 copies of rocks around this rock. Let's move this up. This mirror. I'm gonna make 100 copies around this mirror. So for that, first you select the floor. And there's something called on the right, bottom right. There's something called particle property. Something look like this. I don't know how you call it. It's called particle property. This one. Yeah. Particle property. You can click new particle system by clicking plus. Again, I select this one, I select that one, I create particle system by clicking this plus sign. So you should be able to see these things. Good. Particle. Raise your hand if you have any questions. Okay, then you click here. You click here. And open this render. So again, we select object, particle, hair, and you turn this render, open this render. So instead of path, select object, render as object. If you look at this, it's called instance. You click this the eyedropper and select the rock you want to copy. Now you can see there are many rocks. You can change something else if you want. Many rocks scattered the same direction. So you can turn this on, turn this on. No, not this one. So you can make copies. Also, if you look at here, render as object and scale, you can turn this big, small, and if you increase, you can change the size of the object as well. So you can randomly change the size of the object. Like that. So good, so far so good. So you made many copies. That's the number. So you can decrease maybe 500. You can increase maybe segment. Doesn't change a little bit. You can change the loss by creating seed. You can make a little more interesting, whatever the formation. That's the right way to describe. And you can change some of the for this I'll leave as 0. But if you look at this, it's kind of randomly distributed all over the floor. So what I want is to be near this square, the box we created, the mirror we created. But raise your hand if you're not following so far how to make a copies of rocks. Are you good? All right, if you don't have any question, so select this floor again, and we are gonna go edit mode. We're gonna go edit mode. So you still have 4 vertices. We're gonna subdivide by 10, or you can hit A and subdivide a little more. I think this should be fine. So I subdivided the floor like that. Raise your hand if you're not following well. Let me pause if you're for those who are not following. I forgot. Okay, what I did, this is edit mode. You select this space, select the area around. Hold shift key, select the area. Okay, I select this area. And I'm gonna, once you finish this, there's something called the triangle. Click this triangle. Something called object data properties. There's something called object data properties. I know it's getting a little more complicated, but it's good to remember, because if you don't want to make these rocks over hundreds times, right? Copy this 100 times. Object data properties, and click plus under these vertex groups and name it. You want to name it whatever you want. Rock placement. I want to just rock placement. And then hit assign. Hit assign. Again, I called it rock placement and hit assign. And let's check weight paint. Okay, perfect. So far, so good. Am I too fast? So this, which means this is assigned. And go back to object mode and go back to our particle. There is somewhere you can add here, vertex group. And under density, you click and you click the rock. So it is the rock is actually gathering around the area we selected. Now we need to change random rotation. Ultimately, you can make a more fine tune because by, for example, edit mode, I'm gonna subdivide even more. You can make a little fine tune, such as, let's go back 0. So that was not really fine enough. Maybe have add more subdivide and do the same thing. I'm gonna go back. Maybe I'll call this second. Oops. I call this second rock, whatever you want to name it, and assign, and go back to object mode. And instead of using that, I'll use, where is it? Yeah, I'll use this one. Yeah, it looks much better. And finally, I have to, there should be, you can create random rotation. Where is our random rotation? Okay, I'll deselect. I kind of forgot, there should be a place you can find, you can rotate randomly. Hair shape, not hair shape. I kind of forgot. Does anyone know how to change the random rotation? It should be somewhere near. I sort of forgot, sorry. Random scale. Should be. Under hair dynamic, no.
Yeah, he's trying to make those rocks smaller.
Yes. Sorry about this. Click the fence. There should be somewhere we can change random rotation. I kind of forgot where it was. But this is one of the way you can create a, yeah, you can create copies of rocks you want. Let me read. So if click this advanced, you should be able to find whatever called rotation. And click this rotation and change the number for the randomize. So you can have random rotation, and also you can have random size, random, like that's the number. Yeah, I think we're well done. Right. Let's see, let's save. I want to make sure this, I want to save this and delete unnecessary rocks. I'm gonna delete unnecessary rock. Maybe make it smaller. Oops. That was like two, that was original, okay. So delete unnecessary rock. Yeah. So you should have that. Okay. Okay, I'll give you 15 minutes to finish. Resume recording. Okay. All right. I believe you're ready like that. Let's check this under cycle. Cycle is ultimate, you know, things. Hopefully you're gonna getting better. Hey, cycle. Somehow my computer is again very slow. Please bear that in mind. You don't have, you know, it's just too slow for me. I don't understand why. It's just very slow. Hey, you're too slow. Okay, yeah, okay, now it's working. But it's really slow. Make sure, yeah, check your lighting. I'm gonna copy this light, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And like move somewhere here, so I have a multiple lights available. Hit G. Yeah, have the light source. So to have evenly lit, I'm gonna turn this maybe a little lower, 3000. This one to 3000. Yeah, I have a proper lighting by copy and paste and locating. I'm gonna Ctrl C and Ctrl V, copy and G. So add more lighting here, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, maybe finally here. So I have fairly good, maybe should I add one more in the middle? Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and G, one in the middle. Okay, I have a fairly, I believe, good set of light. All right. Once you finish your lighting ready, we're gonna have camera. Hopefully you remember, let's go down. You go down, select the camera, and right next to camera, there's a little arrow. You can open this up or hit N, and click view, and select camera to view, and hit N again. What we did, okay, and hit N, open this up, select view, and select camera to view, which means if you turn this camera on, whatever you move, the location of the camera follows. So this is, yeah, looks good as a first. So this is what we did last time. So far, you remember this part, right? Yes? No? Yes? Raise your hands. Yes? No? Okay. All right. So we have, make sure you have camera and hit this camera to view ready, and turn this camera view on. Turn this camera view on, and select the camera. Select the camera. Select the camera. And if you don't see this, make sure it should be like this, and bring this up. Bring this up. There's a timeline. There's a timeline. I selected camera. Now I create something called keyframe. For those who took my New Media Foundation After Effects, you should remember keyframe. I'm gonna create keyframe on, and whatever you move a little bit, you're gonna create keyframe under frame 1. So I create a keyframe by moving a little bit, but you should turn this on. When it's on, you create keyframes. So you should have first keyframe here. Ready? All right. So remember, 1 second usually have 30 frames. For film is 24, for TV 30, for high resolution, for flocking, whatever, slow motion 60. But usually for TV, 30 frame means 1 second. So remember, if you want to make 5 second animation, it should be and 150, right? And move your bar to the 150 here. And then, so I move this part and change the angle, maybe size. Whenever you change, you create a keyframe. And take a look. Your camera moves based on this keyframe. So I'm gonna add more keyframe in the middle by 75. I don't like here. Move this. Shift key. Like this. move this a little bit. Okay, so I have a 3 keyframe. So that's my first. It is rotating like that. And like that. So you can continue to add keyframe you want. I'm gonna like make a little more zoom out here. Yeah. So I'll make a camera movement by adding this keyframe. So it is ready to export, but make sure you go back, check your this camera render properties, cycle, CPU, make sure it should be under 30, especially render. I'll make it even 20, 25. If because that's gonna determine how many time it will take. Bigger the number, the better quality, but 25, 30 for now is good enough. I'll have 20 or 25. I'll have denoise on. Everything's ready. Go to render and now hit render animation. But I forgot one thing. Before you hit this, you have to make sure where you save the animation. Okay. Oops, it's already working on it. Okay. Hey, go back. I want to go back. Okay. And under this print, like the icon, something like the print shaped icon. Okay. Once it started rendering, it's gonna getting crazy. No. No. Okay, good. All right. Click this, and now you can select frame rate. That's for film. For now, let's say 30 frames per second, which is good. And here, under output, select your external hard drive wherever you want. I'm gonna select here, step, and make sure it's not PNG. I'll make it as AVI JPEG or MPEG. Yeah, MPEG video. This is MP4. FFmpeg. That's MP4 file. So I'm gonna select FFmpeg, which is good. RGB, perfect. And color encoding, which is if you open this color encoding, this is called H.264. For those who take my new media foundations, you should remember what is H.264. You can have higher quality, high quality, good. So FFmpeg, this is an MP4 file. You should have H.264 under this. And everything is ready. Everything is ready. Make sure output you export on you select the exact location you want. It's that. All right. It looks all good. It looks all good, right? And then you go to render and render animation. And wait for 15 minutes. All right. Make sure I'm sorry. Sorry. Let's get there. All right, raise your hand. Okay, are you good? Where do you want to start? One second. Whenever you move your camera, the camera, so if you wanna change the video, when you shift the camera mode, and first make sure you have swing response, we can change the layer. Location your file. Not PNG, and
For higher quality, high quality. So these then for any profile. This is the profile, and then. Dynamic, you want kind of shot. Want simplification. Well, like, whatever you want. Yeah, yeah, whatever the student wants. Yeah, this is an example. Yeah. You can make a lot more dynamic scenes if you want. Array. Okay, first, we make sure that okay, if we're not. And then.
Oh. Yeah.
You know, you have the camera on you. Yeah, so you can have a lot. You can all that stuff. So I guess now it's on. And now you have a. Yeah, now. Yeah, but remember, sorry framing is one thing, usually. 900 times small, or it's gonna be 5 seconds. And change wherever you want, now you can things and maybe it's a little more, but I just didn't make. Okay, so why don't like frames? So let's. And make sure before you, really, and change the spot and slowly, snap, change the layer. Select the location. Set here, document. Here. Not PNG, just I don't have any for this does stay like that. Make sure double check. Just get it forward as well. And for this for we're going to this technology. And then break for the I will keep break that is not 100 now. Study. We have a GPU. You're ready. That's one thing. Ready. You get the what I want to set up. Make sure I want the access to the location. Okay, let me check. We have these scripts. I mean, 24 is more than not because it's got a little better than this. It's at the location and here. Yeah. Here, or we got to do it one off here. Not frame 200 and then sample that from now body time, wherever there right now, press always okay. So what we got whole day about 6 minutes. Okay, anyone need a oops? Okay. No problem. That's the right problem. And then, okay, perfect. Click the camera. Again, the bottom. And then just all these things noted that way. With that camera, press volume on. That's the lecture. So yeah, whatever that if you wanted your first shot, you know, with the thing. Let's come to that. whenever you can place here and then you could. Great one. Your thing for is fine, like starting for like people that activities and great for kinetic. And change it to not PNG file or and then here next step is for you remember this. High quality. So that means you're gonna export it and equal files, both working with Mega and PC. It's working both in Mega and PC. And with this, make sure it's not 4,000, should be 20 or 25. That's how that determines quality or how much file. You're ready. And then they're going to get engagement. The situation. Yeah. So I believe you must finish your first Robert Smith kit. And then once you're ready to move the next level, which means you're creating your own version of Robert Smith. So you can you're not creating something from scratch, you're based on Robert Smith, you're recreating based on your own version. And then press G, press Y. Move the mouse a little. Yeah, usually 5 seconds takes 30 minutes. Hopefully less than 30 minutes. So basically on press G. Press yeah, Blender is not a best in terms of time wise, not the best. So Unreal Engine 5 is actually really good. Produce high quality video, much better, one time. Blender, you're gonna use Unreal Engine 5 later, but it's good to understand Blender first. Blender is the basis of everything. That is why it's important to make your model to be transportable to other programs such as Unity or Unreal Engine 5. Yes. Perfect. Yes. Before we export, make sure we select. So yeah, you just store it. That's right. So yeah, you just maybe. One more statement. Yeah, and now. Right. Only the fact is one. And then press protocol. Nice figure, I think it's a little slow. So right, this yellow and gray, right, that like maybe 150. And then bring the timeline back to the gray one. So if you are ready and we're ready to develop your own version, next Wednesday for beginners, we're gonna you're gonna understand what's called rigging and rig animation a little bit. Which means you can actually change the shape of the object. Like if you made a character or animal, you can make a movement for arm and head and whatever. That is called rigging and rig animation. So we're gonna cover that on the Wednesday. And yeah, you're ready to make your own version of animated film. And so the end of the Blender and basically. So we're gonna end it at so let's make maybe let's not 25 week for Blender, let's pretend 4.5 weeks, hopefully, that's our goal. Then we can move to Substance 3D and Unreal Engine 5. So hopefully you understand all the basic Substance 3D Painter and Unreal Engine 5 by the end of the week 7. And so the rest of the half of the semester you can focus on research-based animations and ready to meet professionals and investors. Yes, to speed things up a little bit, a little more time to finish your project. So you don't want to spend too much time on Blender. Blender is good for you to understand the basics. We have to move on with Substance 3D Painter, and most importantly, the Unreal Engine 5. This is 1,000 seconds. So that's this. So when we render a still frame. And our computer has Unreal Engine 5.2 ready. For those who are a little bit familiar with Unreal Engine 5, there's an awesome new feature called MetaHuman Animator, which means you can create high quality character, hyper realistic character, and animate with your eyes. Like motion capture animation with your iPhone. So hopefully some of you can cover that this course. And so if anyone doesn't have any iPhone here, or iPhone user not, no iPhone user, Android use iPhone. Okay, so for those first iPhone, again, I show you some of the examples that MetaHuman, right? Remember the female. So Unreal Engine 5.2, we have those ones we have now. You can later download an app called Lightning from Unreal Engine 5. So you can just capture your face, and it will calculate and make face animation. And you can just add the animation to your character. Hopefully you can produce web icon. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. It's not.
But for now, I think beta will be selected. So, yeah. We're gonna save the one. So MP4 was working in most moments, and that's was sure, yeah. And once we're ready, your output is ready. Sure, not alphabet is gonna choose. Oh, that's thing. It's make it fast. Yeah. All right, and then go to render. And click render animation. Now we.
So now it's still frame 10. Oh my God, it's gonna take not just 20 minutes, it's gonna take an hour. So,
but the good thing, if you just hit escape, it will stay wherever you have so far. It's not gonna cancel. If you turn your render on and waiting till it's finished, but you don't have time enough, just hit escape, so it will finish the rendered images by the time you hit escape. Does it make sense? So it's not gonna cancel the entire thing because you're gonna find ways for it to calculate. Oh my, am I too fast? So for example, I hit render animation, right? And it might take a lot more than you might think. And you don't want to lose it. You want to at least have what this computer has done so far. Just hit escape and it will finish by the time the animation you got. It's not gonna finish everything, but it's gonna at least finish the frame when you hit the escape. But we set some time, so that's maybe a little more. But in the case you have to leave, there's another class coming soon, and you have, you don't wanna lose everything, you just hit escape. Yeah. Sure, thank Mr. Lee. Did you, is it like a? Change or not that location, your hard drive and save here. Then that location and for and render anything. So we'll figure things out. So what frame one will calculate, okay. Sorry. No, just wait, just wait. Yeah, I don't know if it's working. Okay, let's do it. Fine. It's just better than saying like updating mesh and say the back to rocks. Yeah, maybe it's. All right. Yes. Issues or and they're not issues. Way to addressing the preference of the settings. Now it's depends on. We have our the GPU column. It's rendering through the GPU, right? So check. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's just fine. And sometimes people like it needs to be counted and all quite often, but sometimes leave it and it's still running and sometimes it costs like it is working. And make sure you just save it in your file. We don't lose it when you have it. This is the good job. Got a lot of that. One class session. You have a lot. Oh. Can you add another plane? Another plane. Add another plane. The same plane. Another plane. It was very you know, there's a lot of Yeah, that's.
Oh. Yeah, we actually go Right. That rotation, you might run, pressing. And see. Very good. This spot like that. All this thing. That way. It's so frantic and I think forever. It is still calculating. Now it's all. Oh, now it works. Sorry, now it's the plan. Maybe, yeah, it's. There's a lot. She finishes that good, it's not. Yeah. There's more. That's the way it is. Very good, that I'm working on this, I was doing, okay. I did. So now. Great. So that's. Yeah, I'm gonna write your second. Yeah, you're practicing a little bit. Yeah, it's there a lot of them. I mean, I took the live in class grade. Hey, I see something. Yeah, good, yeah. Well, so the meeting feel like a lot of this more off of the add-ons. Yeah. Generate pretty similar architectures. Or even when they using the red line, there is a lot of pre-made Facebook page. So this is good to practice. Yes. Okay, that's all we can see. All right, right. That's good. Do you know, okay, what about the next annual going? Yeah, so I probably.
It's fine, because it's like.
I have a grant on that. I'm moving on to this one, and I'm not telling where the one that I just came like the things in the house. Is that make it? Is right.
This was a regular one.
So I did size. And I'll think about that.
How many frames are you looking? That you can use. So basically, if you're at frames, so you need to compare, figure out how many pages from frame 20 to 1. Which timeline is multiply how many more frames you have in your timelines. Okay. Yeah. It should continue running. No, the response was negotiated. The response version. The texture on this seems a little soft. Yeah. Oh, no. No, okay. But they're on, but now you have to see one of the scales. Yeah. The shader for that. That's already kind of. Yeah. I'm like, then that becomes very amateur, like fire, that's.
Okay, Blender is a very powerful tool, but you need a lot of time. To export, you need a lot of time. But it's a powerful tool. Just for you to let you know, Blender can do a lot of things if I use a lot of add-ons available out there. All the crazy AI driven things.
You try to test here.
But I use most of the time Unreal Engine as a final outcome. And Blender as something like whatever, sometimes I need model and get some crazy test. Yeah. Unreal Engine 5 has more resources, free access, and faster, but even higher quality than quality.
Right, yeah, I'm excited to learn that. This one building.
Well, placing it down will be good, most super.
So I really like the evolution of Blender.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah,
it's mellow.
you don't even need, so, yeah, the one that makes, particle.
So I add those. This is.
Yeah, which is, there's one for VFX, especially like fire effects, effects, like full crazy. It's like level pitching down. It's pitching on zebra and it's already fitted zebra, so. And there's no set up the scale, all that's going on. So when you scale it, what's the word? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. From things like that, I'm not supposed to do.
But for those who are interested in just, working for the traditional 3D bias. Yeah. Yeah, so traditional pipeline,
Yeah.
animation studio.
Any way to watch a render while it's rendering?
So yeah, that's very important. It's just if you hit escape, it will finish the job by itself. No, not that. If you're gonna close that, it will cancel. If you're gonna hit escape, that will save what you got so far. So don't click X. If you wanna hide, you have leave, just hit escape, it will save what you have got so far. But if you hit X, it will cancel.
Remember, supposed to stay.
Yeah, or to stop, so still it's gonna say what you're gonna have, what you have on the slide, yeah. And check the animation and it will. So for people begin, those who are beginners, to finish, short animation today, make sure you think about the concept, how you make it your own version. We chose to say location. Again, for this one, you don't have all the model from scratch. You can download the model, whatever add-on available. Sometimes you have to pay like $10, $5, sometimes mostly free. Yeah, try to explore all the crazy possible things. Again, you don't have to make things from scratch.
So are we not doing this? We're just gonna do the next one.
Yeah, turn to the next one, yeah. Yeah, I'm making it. I like it. That's first. Not crushing. Love the banana, regular sugar, remember the ball. That took about 90 minutes. That was rendering at 2K once, so 25, 60 by 14, 40, 500 cycles per frame, 240 frames. With this or? That's enough. Okay, that's the 49 and 28 Ti and 16 core processor all working. And they do it a task manager, you'll see the utilization percent. It will take 90 still. That's crazy. But there is ways to optimize it, you can lower the light balances or. That's good. I think about what when you're gonna reinvent this one. It's gonna be your creation, but based on models.
Thank you.
Yeah. Stop sharing. Sharing. And